testing out my equipment so I can show you guys what I do in New York. And we're gonna pack. Just bringing a backpack because it's only 3 days and really I don't even need anything. Maybe I'll buy stuff. So I'm gonna get my backpack that I usually use for yoga and just like stuff like that. So we're gonna go get it. It's in the garage. Where is no, that's not it. Oh, it's over there. I want to hit up a yoga class. I want to walk around a lot. Maybe do a dance class. Actually, that would be cool. That's a great idea. Like, I basically just want to see what it would be like to kind of live there. I may eat a bunch of vegan food because I'm changing my diet right now, and I've been doing really well with that, so I don't want to break it too much. Even though I did have chicken today, so maybe I'll do like an animal food meal or two. But yeah. Oh, and check out like the journalism places like Vogue #1, and maybe New York Times. Yeah, so the Condé Nast building, I forget the name of the building, but it's the one that got, or I thought it got annihilated. And we're off. This was a pretty nice, easy flight. Whenever I go to the States, there's always a lot of security, and I think they're just taught to give you a hard time. But this time it was pretty funny. I pretty much got felt up by another lady because my buttons on my shirt were metal, so they're like, well, we're just gonna have to do that. And the other really funny thing that happened, I only had the carry on, as you guys know, that was my backpack. So I had a whole bag of cosmetics, I guess, and they weren't cosmetics, they were skincare products. So I put that skincare product bag through the security, and this guy, he's like, whose is this, and I'm like, it's mine. And then he turns to the other guy and he's like, yeah, that is for only one person. I was like, have you guys never seen Korean skincare? And it wasn't even all the products. I just took, some of them. I took maybe half of them because obviously it's a 3-day trip. And here I am already in New York. I'm just going into the subway. I'm taking the regular route, the backpackers route to New York Central, to basically Manhattan, New York, near Central Park. Here I am walking on the street. This is around Broadway area. You guys will see I was so exhausted at that point because I hadn't slept overnight. My flight was pretty early and I had some insomnia, so I basically hadn't slept, and it was the afternoon. My backpack was so heavy, yet I still walked around and saw some things because I couldn't check in. The check-in was at 4 o'clock, so there was no need to rush. I got there probably around noonish or maybe even 11 o'clock. So yeah, I did a lot of walking around and I tried to find things to do that would be entertaining but also fun and would take away from my exhaustion. And also, I wanted to mention, you guys saw all the construction. They're rebuilding 2 airports, like the JFK and another one, I believe. So everything is under construction. That very much reminded me of Toronto. Oh, and here we are. We are basically in the Broadway area. It looks fun even in the daytime. But yeah, it looks even cooler, of course, when there are lots of lights. And guess what comes next? Of course, I already checked something off my list. It's the New York Times. It looks so shiny and cool, looks incredible. Of course I didn't dare to go inside. Also I was super exhausted, so I didn't want to. I kind of wish somebody could like walk me into it and show me around the way I've done in Toronto and some journalism like famous newspaper places, because really that's, I guess, for people who love this kind of stuff, it's such a fun thing to do, like a little tour. And oh my gosh, dogs, so cute, so cute. Oh, look what it is, Seinfeld's famous soup place. Doesn't seem busy. Oh, let's check it out. I don't know if you guys could hear me, but yeah, this is the famous soup, no soup for you, the Nazi soup guy place from Seinfeld, the super, super, super famous TV show. I just had to get a soup from there because, oh my gosh, I watched like every episode of Seinfeld so many times. I had to try it. I looked up at the like best reviews and everything. Which soup should I choose? You know, I'm not gonna have so many soups. So yeah, here I am. I decided, well, I'm gonna just have lunch right here. It was pretty difficult to find a spot where I could just sit down and have food. I was so happy I found this random space where, as you can see, there's other people doing basically what I had planned to do. Sorry, I look like crap because I didn't want to wear my contacts because I haven't slept at all, so I'm getting tired. Anyway. So even though I did tell you guys about it in the video, what they give you was the soup, I'm just gonna do a little voiceover and tell you because it's kind of hard to hear. So you get a bread and you also get some random fruit, and they say, yeah, it's gonna be like a random fruit. Basically, it's not always an apple, but this time I got an apple, and I think there was butter, or there's also like a chocolate or something like that. I got the lobster bisque. It looked so good. It's actually delicious. I loved it. It was so, so, so good. Sometimes you don't know if the choice you make is gonna be a really good choice. And this time I thought, wow, like it's worth it. And that was the large size, which was not that large as you could see. And so good, so good. I'll definitely be back to try more soups. So then I continued. I took a little nap because I was exhausted right there on the bench, and I was gonna try this Cuban place, Sophie's, but I never ended up trying it. I've just been reading a lot about Miami and watching YouTube videos, and there's a lot of Cuban culture there, so I was really curious about their sandwiches and things like that. It's funny. Here, there it is. It looks cute actually. It's kind of interesting, but the Wi-Fi wasn't working too well, and they don't let you check in earlier, like 4 o'clock. I'm falling asleep. I haven't slept, guys, in a day and a half. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Look, this is there's like a tiny little kitchen. You can definitely hear by my voice how exhausted I was. So this is my hostel. It's a startup. I thought it was really cute because I thought it would be like super high-tech modern the way they do it in Japan, where the little boxes that you sleep in, they're kind of like little coffins, but they're super technologically savvy. And I kind of had that experience already in Montreal, where there was a lot of really fancy tech stuff inside the little cabin. But here it wasn't really like that. It was sort of a cabin and it had a curtain. You're gonna see it. It was really comfortable. They did a pretty good job separating everything. They had big lockers. I asked them to be by the window on the top bunk because I don't know why, but it's really difficult actually to be at the top because you're always climbing up and down whenever you need anything or you forget something, you have to climb back down. But anyway, that's what I requested. Next time I think I'll try something else. Okay, I'm finally less grumpy. I slept for like 3.5 hours and I feel better and happier. And I'm gonna go get poke bowl. So here I am getting the poke bowl. I would think I chose like a classic one with tuna, and I was at that point I was still being pretty healthy. I was sticking to like veganish, like low calorie type foods that are very healthy, so basically salad, avocado, and yeah, but after that, yeah, that was the last meal that was kind of healthy and it was good, but it didn't fill me up. I really wanted that kind of not so healthy food. I was so excited. So I came into this place randomly, and oh my gosh, I'm still dreaming about these matcha cream puffs. They also had a green tea one, or I think they called it London Fog or something, but basically sorry, it's not a green tea, it's the Earl Grey concoction, which wasn't as good as the matcha, but I had matcha several times and I had the Earl Grey one, and oh my gosh, I'm still dreaming about them. I've tried to find something similar in Toronto and so far I haven't had success. Like I found places where the cream is really good, but then the bread, the way they baked it at this little place, oh my gosh, it's magic. I will literally go back to New York just to go to this place again and have these. So yummy. So I don't know if you guys can relate, but when I'm grumpy, I always just want either sleep, and if I slept but my schedule is still messed up, I still don't feel like fully great. All I want to do is eat delicious foods, and sometimes because I really love healthy food, sometimes I crave delicious healthy food. So I want to have my little matcha puff, and then I brought carrot juice because I was too full to eat, but I thought, carrot juice, it looks so good. I really want it. I'm just gonna get some, and yeah, I went home after that. So yeah, I still felt so tired. I don't know what it is. It was maybe all the excitement, or I'm not used to traveling. I just felt tired, and I went to go to my hotel and just have more downtime, catch up on emails, and play some games and basically chill. Okay, there's like a bunch of voiceover here where I'm talking about H&M and what I think about the store and their clothes and things like that. But I'm just gonna do this little voiceover so you guys can actually hear me. I was talking about a raincoat that I loved from H&M. I had it for years and years and years. I don't even know why I gave it away because I still love it and I've been looking for a coat just like it everywhere. But for the most part, H&M is stuff that you want to have for a little while and then kind of move on. I've been looking for that coat ever since. So cute. Hi. They're selling ice cream. So cute. I've never seen that type of display where they have that little old style Italian car and they're selling Italian gelato. It was so cute, and for some reason in that area it was so friendly. The vibe was so friendly. Several people started saying hi to me. And yeah, and then I was near the Kim's Skims at Nordstrom. I was curious to check out the type of fabric that she uses and her products, so it was fun checking it out. And I just love how beautiful the city is at night, the lights and everything. And the camera, I find this camera, it really picks up the evening vibes a lot better. It's like I always get mad at the cell phones, iPhones, because now they pick up too much detail. I find like when you're filming yourself, it'll pick up lines or things on my face that I don't even have in real life. Like when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't have those lines, and then I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? But like them picking up excessive detail, that really works for the evening shots where you guys see it's so detailed, it's so beautiful. Like, it can even be sometimes more beautiful to see things through a camera lens rather than to see things in real life. So, as you can see, I became enamored by this building because I've always dreamed of living in a building like it. There is these certain type of Parisian type balconies architecture that I think came over from Paris to New York, and you'll see it here and there in New York City. I find them so beautiful. I just like hope one day I'll live in an apartment that looks like that from the outside, and hopefully it'll be like super posh and awesome on the inside. So anyway, I went on. I obviously was not done eating. That's why I was looking at that pizza place. So funny, it's like sleep, shower, go. Like, don't hang out here, just sleep, shower, and go. Mostly vegan and eating one meal a day. Like having regular food again is such an addiction. So yeah, it's 12:30 and I realized that one of the pizza places is right across the street from my place. So I can like pretty much across the street. I was like, where am I gonna have to walk? Like, I'm gonna have to walk so far, but no, it's like right there. There's some stuff going on there. So fun. The city is so alive. I love how alive it is. Like, you come out and you just feel happiness because it's just alive. So I was so excited to get to that pizza place and have some pizza. It's literally one of the places that I really wanted to go to, and nowadays I always choose whatever is the freshest. And I was kind of looking at the cheese pizza because I thought, oh, that looks really fresh, and it turns out that's because it's a special, and I didn't know they have a special. Also, the guy who sold me the pizza gave me the biggest compliment that really made my night, and the pizza was so good. So make sure to watch part 2 of my New York City trip vlog. Bisous!